This conference will now be recorded.
So other than the solid software, we have practiced. We may know other software. So I need to take some file, or I need to take other file. So other than the solid edge, so I need to do take for reference or like that. So we can directly change this format. So all solid document will be the default one. So I am going to change it to all documents. So whatever the file extension and whatever the other software we have used it for drawing, so we can directly dump that file. So this is a part one. It is a drawn in Katia part. So I am going to take this file and open it in SolidEdge. See, so through part I am going to open. Click on OK. So the file which is drawn in Katia will be opened in my SolidEdge part document. See, so this is the file which is drawn in Katia. So directly we can open them like that. So next one. So next one, printing. So for printing purpose and sharing the files, settings. Settings is very important. I will explain detailing. Next one, tools. Tools also. So for example, we have when we are entering into the part document, we will have several tools. We can just change the tools based on our content and requirement. Next one, info. So this info is a property manager. So next one, exit solid has already been explained. Now I'm going to enter into the settings. When we are clicking on to the settings, we will see these 5 options. One is options, add-ins, customize, next a fast property search and themes. So in these all, we will mainly concentrate on options and customize. So these two are there. Main one is options. Will only be concentrating on the five workbenches we have seen previously. So first one, part workbench, and then sheet metal assembly, like that. So whatever the changes we need to done in the workbenches, so we need to open in the say in from the, for example, I haven't opened any workbench, so now I am going to enter into the option. See, so these are the solid options. So it is asking about fast property search. So whatever the properties of workbench we need to search, we can search them. Next, saving options. If the file we have drawn some file, so we need to, for example, I'm drawing in a desktop. So I almost all the desktop will be connected to the power source. So if I'm drawing some important file, but I forgot to save in a repeated manner. So what will happen? The file which is drawing will be gone if the power cut source is turned off or some other reason. So if the power source is cut off, our file, whatever the drawn, whatever the stage we are in, the complete file will be gone. So in this software, we have an option called automatical preserving document. So if we activated this automatic preserving document, so we can set the timing also. So or else here we can see for every 60 minutes it is taking the save. So 60 minutes is a 1 hour timing. I don't want to that timing gap. So within 1 hour we can draw almost a maximum portion of any drawing. So I can change this timing. So I can change this timing to 5 minutes or 10 minutes based on our requirement, and we can change that. Or else we can save the see we can also all the documents, say all the documents for every 60 minutes. We can also change this timing also for every 60 minutes or 10 minutes. We can change it automatically. So like that we won't lose much of our hard work. So next one, file location. So I don't want I'm using my PC, so I don't want this automatically be saved. So next one, file location. So by default, when we are installing this software, we will see in this in the C drive, it will automatically save its templates and file library, everything. So we can see every file location in detail. SolidEdge admin is in like location of Solid C drive, and customs have files in C drive, and link management in C drive. Everything is in C drive. If we want to change any drive, we can change them. Okay. Next one, user profile. User profile, I haven't said anything. So for personalize, we can change its name, initials, and mailing address. Okay. So every time we can send ourselves mails like that, we can personalize all these files. Next one, file management. In the file management, so we can name the rules like revision IDs. So in the introduction, in the introduction itself, I have said, so whatever the document, whatever the files we have drawn, so detailed documentation can be done. So for the detailed documentation, we have to activate these file naming rules, like how many times the file is revised. Like this, we can manage all the file management through the file management option. Next, helpers. It is very important helpers. We have seen that when we are opening the software, so starting page, if you want to open the starting page with the learn page, we can select this one. Or we want to open with the new page, we can select this one. And we want to open, so open page, like we are going to do our previous file. We are going to open our previous file. So like this, we can select we can change our settings. Next one. So here we have one more option called last saved documents. For example, we are doing a major project. So every time we don't want to open directly. We want to directly enter to the last saved document. So we can directly select this one. Whenever we open the software, it will automatically take us to the last previous saved. So like that, this entire software is very friendly with our users. So based on our content, we can change it to our flexibility. So next one, when it comes to this here, you can see when the part and sheet metal documents are using this environment. So whenever we are going to open a part or sheet metal, it will directly by default it will take the synchronous technology. You have seen how we are going to change the synchronous technology to normal order technology, traditional one. So if we don't want to change every time. So by default, I don't want to open the synchronous, but if I need to open my order technology. So you can directly say in the helpers itself, we can change it to order technology. Now I have changed my order technology. So whenever I open my part document or sheet metal, so it will directly take me to the order technology instead of my synchronous technology. Next, file editions like this here. So these are all some other helpers where I will explain and we needed. Next, assembly open as. So there are some settings like when we are going to do assembly, we will take a minimum to maximum number of parts to the assembly workbench. So here number of unique components, less if it is less than 50, and it is called small assembly, and in between 50 to 1000 range, it is a medium kind of assembly, and if it is exceeding more than 1000 in unique components, it is called large assembly. Like this, there are settings are there. So now I'm going to see only these are the options available in the solid options tool when we are not open any other workbenches. So now I'm going to apply this one and click on OK. Whatever the changes I have applied, so it will be applied to the entire software workbenches. Now I'm going to open my new part. So isometric part I have opened. Now it see, so in the Pathfinder, previously what happened? By default, we can get the synchronous technology, but in the options I have changed my settings to order technology. See, so for every time whenever I open the software, I will get my order technology instead of synchronous technology. If we want to change the order technology back to normal synchronous technology, we can directly click on this one and synchronous to select the transition to synchronous. So it will change back to synchronous. Or else in the tools also we have option like we can change the interface model. So we are in synchronous technology. I'm changing back to order technology. For obtaining our base requirement, we can go through any way by using options, or else by using this direct in the pathfinder, right click on this order, we can change our workbench, or else we can directly go for tools. In the tools itself we can change it to uh, based on our requirement we can change. Okay, so now I have opened the part workbench. So whenever we take a sheet for drawing, so what we are going to do, we are make sure that we have a complete margin when we are going to ask a student to draw us anything. So he need to first and foremost thing this, he need to do the margin and as well as the title block. So in the title block, make sure he need to make sure that whether the sheet is in the first quadrant, I mean the first where he is drawing in the first quadrant or third quadrant, or else he is drawing in the millimeters or the measurements units, everything he need to mention in the type. So likewise we need to check whether the units are correct, exactly right or not. So when it comes to the margin and the title work, we will explain that in the drafting workbench. We have completely separate workbench for that. Now I'm going to again go for click on the application button and go for the settings. So in the settings, I'm again clicking on the options. So previously we have seen the options with the see only minimum 5 to 6 benches. Now we have now number of benches are increased when because we are in part workbench. So when we have opened a workbench, that for that particular workbench related options will be loaded in these options. So if we want to change the more settings in the part workbench, we need to must and we need to open the part workbench, and then only we can change the settings. So now and what I need to check, I need to check my units. So here we have option called units. So I'm going to click on this units. So when I selected my units, it is see unit system it is asking mmks or ips or mks or cgs or fps. So whatever the unit system we needed. So I'm using millimeter kilograms a second. So I can take this mmks, or else I'm going to take mks. mks mean meter kilogram second. So it is asking that are you sure you want to change the settings. So if I'm sure, I can change it to mmk, from mmks to mks, or else. So in mmks itself, I want to change only length. So it is in I'm going to change it to inches. So just click on this one. So base units are there. So in the base units, you can click on this to its inches or feet or whatever the units we require. So I'm going to select inches. So you can observe here only the length has changed. The length of we have changed the length to to inches. Now this base units automatically update in the derived units like area in the inch square and the volume also in terms of inch cube. Like that, based on our previous changes, all the derived units will be updated. So now I'm changing it back to my millimeters. So I'm see, so automatically this entire area, volume, density, everything is changed back to in terms of so like this. And also here, so change add to dimension style matching. So current style is in isometric. So we have when we are opening the part we have completely selected the standard files from the ISO metric. For example, I'm going to uncheck this one. So what will happen? New style will won't be just a anonymous whatever the file we have selected that will be applied. Okay, so make sure that units and dimension will follow the same ISO metric. So next one. So here drawing standards. In the drawing standards you can see so current ISO DIN or else previous ISO DIN. So this is the edge conditioning. So edge conditioning we don't need to worry. So only we are following ISO standard. Next one comes to so limits and fits. So limits and fits also following the ISO. So like this we are going to follow the condition. Next. Okay. So these are the two things we need to make sure that one is units. So in the units which units we are following. If we want to change it, we can change it. So after selecting all the units, next click on OK. So it will close the options door. Now we have seen the workbench has some units. Okay. So now maybe make sure that our entire workbench is following the ISO metric standard and as well as the with units of length as millimeters. Now, when it comes to this workbench, okay, so we can see we have A0 to A4 different sheets, A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. So these are the normal sheet sizes we will follow in engineering. But when it comes to the software, so this empty workbench, okay, this empty workbench is of infinite size. So it doesn't have any limits. So it has infinite size. Okay, so we can draw directly. So it will just move, it will completely move. Okay, so we can drag to infinite lengths. There is no limit for this workbench. Okay, for example, I have completely dragged to some edge corner. Okay, I don't know where exactly my center point of this workbench. See my axis system here. Okay, here is my axis system. It is the center of the entire workbench. So now what I'm going to do. So for example, I have dragged it to somewhere. I don't know where exactly. I cannot drag it to continuously, right? So in that case, we can directly fit our exact center point to this display. Okay. So we have option called fit. Okay. So click on the fit. So it will automatically wherever the corner of the this we have moved it to any corner, it will take it to our center. Okay, so it will take it to our display center. Dear ma'am, sir, is my way of the lecturing is good or do I need to change?
Okay, madam. It's good, ma'am.
Yeah. So why? Because every one individual has different style of things. So if you are feeling anything should be changed, please feel free to tell me so that I can change my way. So it will be convenient for your learning.
Ma'am, because this is the initial stage, we can't say anything because we are still in learning. When we have expertise in this one, then we can say this way you have to do this way to do.
Yeah, sure, sir. But
Hmm.
what I'm saying is if I'm pronouncing anything wrong way or something you are not able to understand what I'm saying, so feel free to explain, tell me that so that I will go slowly and better way. I will try my best.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. We will inform you if anything is there.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
And now I have set my screen to center one. So now what I need to do, it is a order technology which is nothing but a traditional way. So what I need to do, I need to this entire ribbon bar it contains the solid related features like see solids, extrude, cut, revolve, everything is there. So what I need to do, I need to enter into the sketch for drawing my sketcher. So in the sketcher, we have normal sketch as well as the 3D sketch. So I don't want any 3D sketch. I'm going to do my 2D sketch in a 2D plane. So for that one, for my see, I'm going to click on the sketch. So when we selecting on the sketch, it will ask the defaultly, it will ask the coincidence plane. So coincidence plane is nothing but if we have already drawn a part will have several faces. We can select the face face of this particular part to next sketch of the plane. So or else we can directly select from this three axis system. We can directly select from this. So when we move our cursor to this near to the coordinate system, axis system, so it will highlight in orange color like this. So or else it is too difficult for me to select the coincidence plane of this particular origin place. So I can directly in the Pathfinder we have base reference planes. So those just highlight that one. So we use those planes. So we can directly select whether I'm going to do it in a right side or a front side or a top plane. Okay, so by this we can select. In case we don't want this we don't want to draw my sketch in center origin of the sketch. So here instead of selecting the coincidence plane, we have several other planes to draw. So we can directly create a parallel plane to from this from the base reference plane. We can extract a parallel plane from that one, so we can draw them in the generated plane. But one thing is, so if we selected from this parallel plane, the plane can only be drawn for that particular sketch. It won't be visible in the Pathfinder. See, I'm going to select a parallel plane. So I'm taking the top view, parallel to the top view. Okay, so here I have selected. So I can even give the distance, what distance between the parallel planes. So I'm giving 200, enter. So it is asking the direction, either in the forward direction or backward direction. So I'm making it in a forward direction. Click on OK. So now I have entered parallel plane sketch. So I am drawing my sketch in my new generated parallel plane. So I am just drawing a circle. Okay, I have drawn my circle. I'm exiting from the sketch. As you can see, click on finish and cancel. So as we can see, this is the origin and we have drawn my circle in some parallel plane. But sketch is there, but there is no plane which is base reference on plane. So if we want to do further more sketching in this particular plane, we cannot do that one. So if we want to do again, we need to go for take a parallel plane, again go for sketching on that particular plane. So for avoiding such a lens, we have other planes in here. So here in the planes tab, so in the home tab itself, we have planes panel. So in the planes panel, we can create a coincidence plane, or else we can here in the more planes, we have plane, parallel plane, angle plane, perpendicular or coincidence by axis. Like this, these are all the different planes. So we will make use of them based on our design complexity. So I'm going to take a parallel from this planes. So now I'm going to take this right side one. Okay. So I'm going to again giving the distance of 200. So I'm taking it in this direction. So now from this original, you can see, so this is the origin three planes. So from here to I have created a another standard plane. So now it is marked as a plane 4. So previous three planes are there. So this one x y y z z x, these three planes are there. So now I have created another one more parallel plane, that is nothing but plane number 4. Okay, for example, I want to change the name. So directly in the Pathfinder, you can right click on that one. Just wait. So here we can we can change the name itself. So plane number 4 is there. So I'm going to change it as a ABC. Okay. So I have changed the name into ABC. Now see the name. Okay. So now name is changed to ABC. Likewise, we can change the based on our requirement, we can change the names also. So now I have created some plane. So I'm going to draw the sketch. So I am directly selecting this sketch, this plane for my drawing. Now I'm going to draw a rectangle. So in the rectangles I already saw I have explained. So I'm drawing rectangle by center. So I just drawing here. Exit the sketch. See. So after drawing the sketch also, okay, after drawing the sketch also, I still have my plane. So n number of sketches can be done by using the same plane. Okay, like that, this is the difference between drawing in the existing plane or directly selecting from the sketch. Okay, this is the selection. So we can draw either by using sketch option, we can directly create some other planes, or else we can directly go for planes. In the planes we can generate a plane and we can draw the whatever the sketch we needed. Okay, these are the two methods. Now I'm going to turn off my base planes. Okay, so I don't want this plane also, just I'm going to turn off this plane. Okay, now only I have one sketch, oh sorry, two sketches are there, sketch 1, sketch 2, or else I need to change these names. Okay, so right click on that one, rename it as circle. Okay, so next this sketch 2 is of rectangle or something, so I'm going to rename it. So now I renamed the names of sketch 1 and sketch 2 to circle and rectangle. As you can see in the Pathfinder, we can see for a plane it has a symbol, and as well as for a sketch it has a sketch symbol. Like that, we can directly get, wait. So like that we can directly see the symbols. For the sketch, a sketch symbol will be there. For a plane symbol will be there. So iconically, it will represent for more user convenience. So now what I am going to do? So I have drawn the circle. So I need to edit my circle. Okay. So I need to modify some more details. So when I selected my circle in the Pathfinder, okay, or else I can directly see, I can directly, for modification I can directly go for click on the circle. Okay, so whenever we selected the circle, by default it will open three boxes. See, these are the three boxes. In the three box, first one indicates edit definition. So it will dynamically edit the profile, like for changing the dimensions or some other details. Okay, we haven't given any dimensions, so with, see, so only the plane is the details. So it has 200, we have created a parallel plane and 200 distance. If we want to change, we can change, or else we can directly click on finish. So what I'm going to do, in the draw sketch I'm going to enter, see. So now I'm back to my sketch. Okay, or else, so click on the finish. So or else I need to directly enter into the profile sketch. So I want to enter into the 2D. See, we are in 3D. So I want to directly enter into the 2D, which is drawn in the particular circle. Okay, so directly click on the edit profile. So we are now enter into the circle sketch. Okay, so now I can either draw or modify or completely erase the circle. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, See, this color is completely blue color. Okay, so now I can either change its orientation. See, this is the center of the circle. I can directly move it to one place to another place, or else I can directly change its size also. Okay, so here, so I'm clicking on this edge. Directly I can change the size also. So now I don't, it doesn't have any restrictions. Okay, based on our cursor movement, a circle center or its size, everything is modifiable. Okay, so I don't want my sketch to be damaged after drawing any sketch. Okay, so after drawing any sketch, but by clicking on by randomly moving my cursor also, it will change its entire orientation. So what happens, it will our entire effort will be damaged. Okay, so I don't want such mistakes to be happen. So what I need to do, I need to make this circle to be some constraints. Okay, so which is modifiable. So like we have dimension as well as the geometrical constraint. So here we have relations. Okay, as per the geometrical constraints, we have relations. Based on relations, we can make the circle to be with a standard circle. Okay, so on the next one is dimensional constraint. In the dimensions, we are going to give small dimension. So in the smart dimension, we have small tooltip. Okay, so this one I want to give radius of this particular circle. Okay, it is showing the diameter 25.17. Okay, so I want to digits also. See, after point 25.19 is it. So after point, we have two digits in the decimal number. So I don't want two digits, I want my four digits. So we can change in the smart dimensions dimension download. Click on this one. So we can change it to four digits. Now see, after a point decimal in the decimal number, we have four digits. Or else I don't want any number. So we can directly click on wait, it is 10. 0 is not there. So I'm directly click on 1. So 1 is nothing but it doesn't have any decimal number. Okay, so it doesn't have any decimal number. Like this we can uh, prioritize based on our requirement. Next one, so it is directly showing me the diameter. I don't want diameter, I want for example I want my radius. So here option called radius. Okay, in the smart dimension radius, so now it will show the radius of the circle. Okay, so now radius is given. So for example, it has some 12.60 mm is it. So I want to change its radius. Okay, I want to change its radius. See here, relation colors is at it is showing some relation colors. Okay, so you can see the color of an element can be used to indicate if an element is possibly fully defined. To enable the option, click on the inspection tab to click the relation color. Okay, so what it is meaning means, so actually the sketch is in blue color. Whatever the sketch we have circle drawn, it is indicating in the blue color. Okay, so that blue color indicates it is a free element. So it's a completely free element. It can be, position can be changed and its size can be modifiable. Okay, so now we have in the relation, so I will explain this. Remember this option. So here maintain relations as well as the relation handles and wait here, so relation colors is there. So this one and this one alignment indicator. Okay, remember these four options. Okay, so what makes these four so special means, so for example previously what happened, relation color is in not inactive. So okay, I have turned it off. So now I have given this dimension. Okay, so there is no change. So for example, it is 13 mm is there. I'm going to change 30 mm to 10 mm. Okay, radius into 10 mm. So now it is modified to radius 10 mm circle. Okay, so now, so I'm going to see if whether the size is going to increase. See, I'm going to select this corner. So what is going on? So completely entire circle is moving. Instead of changing its size, complete circle is moving like that. Once we after giving the dimension of the particular geometry, so it will completely restrain its position. If we want to either increase or decrease the size, we can directly click on the dimension of this particular geometry. So after clicking on the geometry, we can view the dimensions. Okay, now it is radius 15. I'm going to change it to 15 radius. Okay, so by values parametrically, we can change the object. Okay, so but still, it is still changing its position. See, when I'm dragging it, so from one location to another location, completely it is completely moving freely. Okay, it is not even restrained in any way. Okay, in entire workbench it is moving freely, so I don't want to be like that. So I want to make this particular circle in this particular position. Okay, I need to make that circle to fix it to the workbench. Okay, now once again going to the smart dimension here. So I need to give some reference for this particular circle to restrain in the workbench. Okay, like when we are drawing in a sheet, so we are going to from the origin or else from the corner, we are going to make some distances for drawing the circles or some other geometry. Like the same way, for entire sheet, only one origin is there for the reference. So whatever the measurements or whatever the constraints restrictions we are going to make, so we need to make them from the origin itself. There is no secondary option. So from the vertical, I'm going to select for this particular center point to be in some distance. From the vertical, so I need to make it in a 15 distance. Okay, at the same time from the horizontal, this is a 38.53. Okay, I'm going to change it to 20. Okay, so now it is completely constrained. Okay, so it is even though I'm going to move this object. See, is it moving? So it is not going to move because we have completely restrained that object to from the center point. So if we want to move this object, we need to change its dimension. Okay, for example, from the center it is too near. So I'm going to give some horizontal distance. Okay, so give it a 30 mm. Now it is moving. Okay, like this, completely entire geometry will be parametrically controllable. Okay, so now I have given complete dimensions. Radius is given and its geometry position also fix it in the work in this particular workbench from the origin, but still it is showing in the only blue color. Okay, so if it is possible to indicate the color, okay, after giving all the rigidity to the object, so it is more convenient for further detailed drawing, right? For every drawing we cannot move the object, the individual object, and check individually, right? So for that purpose we have option called color relationship color. Okay, see, whatever the relationship, see, after activating this particular relation color, what happened? My blue color, the circle is completely changed to black color. Okay, so now I'm going to once again by mistake, I'm going to give some distance. Okay, so some diameter. See, wait. So I'm going to select this circle. I'm giving it in here. So what happened? So you're able to see the color variation. So previously, whatever the dimension I have given, every single dimension is in dark red color. Okay, so dark red color. Now I have given one more dimension, diameter. It is in blue color. Okay, so like this, every single mistake can be identified. Okay, why I am telling it's a mistake means I have given already 15 radius, so no need for one more dimension diameter. Okay, so now I'm going to delete it. Likewise, so every single mistakes we have done in drawing, it will be indicated by relationship colors. Okay, and one more one more use of that particular relation color is, so now the color is indicated in a black color, right? So the whatever the object is indicated in the black color is completely constant, fully constrained. Okay, so for example, I'm going to delete this particular dimension. Okay, so now the color changed back to normal blue color. It means, so even though it is not, its center point is fixed, it is not completely geometrically fixed. Okay, so now its size can be modified. Okay, so like that, the color indication is very useful. That's why I'm telling that. So remember to activate these four options. One is maintain relations, relation handles, and relationship colors, as well as the alignment indicator. Okay, so I will explain these remaining three in next further classes. Okay, so now I'm going to give some dimension for this particular circle. So now it is 20. I'm going to give. Okay, so now it is completely constrained, so it turned back to normal black color. Okay, so when we are going to discuss our constraints topic, I'm going to explain you complete detailed about constraints. Okay, now so now we have given this particular circle completely constrained. I'm going to close this circle. Okay, so modifications are done in the circle. Click on the finish and exit this particular sketch. Okay, so here is one more sketch called rectangle I have drawn. Okay, so click on this rectangle. I'm going to again enter into the rectangular sketch. Okay, so now I'm again in the rectangular sketch, 2D sketch. Okay, 2D environment is there. So here I'm going to apply some dimensions for this one also. Okay, here I'm going to click on the smart dimension. I'm going to give this edges 50 and this length I'm going to 55. Okay, so now it is completely given the dimension. And what we need to do for completely constraining, so I need to give relation dimensions from the origin. So from here to here, I'm going to fix the position 20 and from the vertical also. So from here to here, I'm going to give 10 Okay, so now it is completely constrained. You are able to see. Okay, my rectangle, whatever the rectangle I have drawn by 50 by 55. So it is completely in black color. For example, by mistakenly I am going to give the dimension here. Okay, so what happened? So it is again showing some blue color dimension like this. By using the relation color, you can see the variations. Okay, unnecessary dimensions. Okay, so you can directly edit them. Okay, so like this we can draw the sketch and as well as edit the sketch. Okay, I'm closing the sketch. Okay, so I will draw a small exercise for more understanding, sketch on this plane. Okay, here is a small sketch. In the previous class, SPS class, we have already seen normal how to draw a line and circles, rectangles, like that. We have seen those options, those tools. So just I'm going to draw a simple sketch by using options. Okay, so it is a so size is maximum size of this object is 4 by 5.5. Okay, it is not this big one, so I'm going to zoom my screen. Okay, then only we are able to see clearly. So by default the line is there. I'm going to, for constraining purpose, for easy and flexible purpose, I'm going to start my sketch from the origin. Okay, so click on this origin. Okay, so it is showing that this length is 1.9 mm. Okay, see, total length is of 5.5 mm. Okay, so I can directly, when I am drawing, I can directly view the length. Okay, 5.5. And not only for a line, not only length, angle also important. So click on the tab. For example, we need some inclination. Okay, we can give the angle as 25, 35 like that. But we don't want any inclination because it is complete line is horizontal. Okay, next one. So after drawing a 5.5 line, so from here to here, okay, total 2.00 is there. So directly click on the vertical. Okay, just give the dimension 2. Next click on tab. So now the angle is 90. So 90 is enough. Enter. Next one, we don't know the length and we don't know the angle also. So we
Hello, madam. Your voice is not coming. Hello, ma'am. Are you there?
Hello,
It is a vertical positive direction. Yep.
ma'am. Just now you connected, ma'am. Everything previous to now, it's not uh, on, ma'am.
Your voice is
Okay,
not.
sir. Okay.
Your voice is not coming, ma'am, from last 1 2 minutes.
Okay, okay, sir. So just I am explaining how when we are giving the lines, we are giving the angle itself. So I'm explaining that how we are going to take the angles. So I will once again explain, no problem, sir. So here, so whenever we are going to draw a line for this particular box we have drawn, we have started from here to here. Okay, so we have started from this point to like this horizontally we have drawn. Okay, so from this point to we are moving in a x positive direction. Okay, this one is x positive, and this one is y negative. This one is x negative. This one is y positive. Okay, so we are moving in x positive direction. We are going to take 0 degrees as angle for this particular line. Next one, from this end point to, we are going to move in y positive direction. Okay, in y positive direction, sorry sir, I have drawn completely mistake. This is negative and this is positive. Okay, so we are moving in a y positive direction. In y positive direction, we are going to give 90 degrees. Our angle will be completely 360 degrees in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, 0, 90, 180, and 270. Okay, like this, based on our cursor, based on our line movement, we are going to give the angle. So when it comes to here, we have started from here and we move to upward direction, which is nothing but y positive direction. So we have given 90 degrees. Next one, we are again moving from this direction in the positive direction of x. So we have given 0 degrees. Are you able to understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yep. So this is how we are going to give the angle in every time we are going to give input. Okay. So after giving the entire outer profile, okay, so we need to give circles. Okay, so for the circles we have completely mentioned the center point from the ends. So from this end to this center point, 2.5 is the distance, and from this end to here this center point we have 1.00 is the center point marking is there, and it has a 1 diameter, 1 mm diameter. So what I need to do, either I need to mark the center point first. After that, we need to take the center point and need to draw the circle with 1 diameter. Okay, 1 mm diameter, or else we have other way. Okay, so now what I am going to do, I am directly going to take my circle. So without giving any center point, okay, I am going to directly click somewhere as my center point. I am going to give diameter 1 mm. Okay, so diameter 1 mm and it is a radius of 0.5 mm. Okay, so next one, what happens? So at the same time, I'm going to draw these two circles also. But remember to draw these two circles as a concentric circles, because these two circles have same center point. Okay, which is nothing but from this line, vertical line, to the center point 3 mm, and from the center point to this horizontal 1.5 mm. Okay, so we need to make these two circles concentric. So again, I'm going to draw a circle. Okay, so circle command is not yet ended, so I just right click on the cursor so that new circle will be added. If not, the previous dimensions will be directly affecting on the new one. The same circle will be coming, like the 1 mm same circle. So now what I need to do, I need my circle, inner circle as 1 mm. Okay, so directly I'm going to click on here. So give the diameter as 1 mm. Next, outer diameter is 2 mm. You can see if I am going to click anywhere, so same 1 mm will be circle will be appear. So I don't want the 1 mm. So I want my 2 mm circle. So just right click on so that the previous values will be removed. So now I am going to select the concentric symbol. See, when I am moving my cursor to the circle center point, it is indicating the center point in the text. That is the symbol of concentric. So click on that one. So now I'm going to give the 2 mm radius. Okay, so now I have completely given the just its dimensions. Okay, but I need to make sure these dimensions will be, again I need to give their dimensions. Okay, so now you can see each and every corner. Okay, so each and every corner is maintaining its own relation. Okay, so like that, from this line to this line, it is a connectivity, and from this line to this line, every corner is connected, and even in here we have followed with concentric relation. Okay, so here we have given in the beginning itself, we have given maintain relations. Okay, if the option is inactive, we don't get to see all these relations. Okay, the every line will be individual separate. Okay, without any relations. I will draw once again without a relation. Okay, so now I'm going to click the small dimension. So here I'm going to directly drag all the dimension which we have already given. Okay, so we have drawn with including all the dimensions, so no need for modifying them. Okay, so next this diameter also. Okay, so up to here we have given completely every dimension we have given. So now I need to make sure the circle center is okay. So we have given center marking now. So the center is from the horizontal to 2.5. So click on this circle or else select this line as a reference, and now select the center point of the circle. Okay, so now give the line 2.5. Yes, 2.5. Enter. Okay, now it is in 2.5 distance. Next one, so it has 1 mm. So I need to give the dimension from this vertical line to this center point. So it is in 1 mm. Okay, next one. So this one from the vertical 3 mm and 1.5 mm. See, take the reference vertical line, select the center point. Three mm. and this distance from the horizontal to here completely 1.5. So now we have given all the dimensions, but still it isn't even constrained. It isn't showing any color variation. All the dimensions are in blue color itself. Okay, all the profiles we have drawn in blue color. So I'm going to drag this one. Let's see where exactly is our mistake. So I'm going to drag this one. What happening? So completely, even though we have seen that diagram is started from the origin, but what is it? It is completely out of center point. Okay, so I'm by using relations. Okay, by using relations, I'm going to use collinear. Okay, so collinear makes lines to be collinear. Okay, this is collinear with this with respect to horizontal, and again z-axis I'm going to make collinear with this one. Now what happened? Entire, okay, we have used both the dimensions as well as the relations, geometric constraints. So after constraining all these things, so not even a single line can be modified. Okay, but see, even though we are dragging or pulling all the lines, it won't move anywhere. Okay, so this is completely, main thing is maintaining the relations, and second thing is by giving the dimensions. Okay, for example, I'm going to turn off this maintain relations. Okay, so I have turned off my maintain relations. See, only relation handles are there, and I will tell what relation handles. Okay, so we have clearly able to see all the relation handles are in here. Okay, so like connectivity, concentration, concentricity, and collinear, every relation is able to those handles. Okay, those handles are visible. So if we turned it off, every relation will be hidden. Okay, see, every corner relations, the relations are every handles is hidden. Okay, so now I'm activating only handles. Okay, maintain relations is turned off. So now I'm drawing the same image in a new workbench. Let's see. So this is the rectangle plane is there. ABC plane I'm going to activate. So in this plane I'm going to draw a sketch, the same sketch. So click on this plane. Wait. So click on the sketch and select this ABC plane. In this plane I'm going to draw the previous exercise. Okay. So I'm going to hide this sketch. Sketch 3 we have hidden. Now relationship maintenance is turned off. I'm going to start from the endpoint. Okay, so this time I'm not going to give any dimensions. I'm directly drawing the without giving dimensions. I'm going to draw. Okay, see. And one more thing, whenever we are going to draw, endpoints will be highlighting. See, there is a red color dotted line is there. Okay, which is indicating the endpoint. So that is nothing but relationship here. We have activated our alignment indicator. So if we turned it off, it is not going to show any indicator. See, so it is not going to show this indicator which is aligning to the line. Okay, for that purpose we are going to use the alignment indicator. Okay, it will allow the user to draw more accurately. So here I'm going to align from here to for this particular height. I'm not even giving the any height also. I'm just drawing the individual shape itself. Okay, I only drawn the outer shape. Okay, so now see, not even a single relation formed in between the objects. Now I'm going to give the dimensions. See, now I'm going to give the dimensions. What is the color it is showing? Okay, so from the origin itself, it isn't even formed a single relation. Okay, for example, I have drawn it here. What I'm going to do? So next one again, give all the remaining dimensions. See, hello, hello everyone. Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, yes, madam. Yes, madam. I already discussed with my coordinator. He is taking remaining schedules with timing you have given. So I think within 2 days you will get a confirmation email. Yeah. Yeah, ma'am. I will once again inform you to check all the details and confirm the program. Yeah, sure, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Sorry for the disturbance. So now we have given all the most possible dimensions, but not even the color of the dimensions indication is also showing in a blue color. Okay, for example, by mistakenly I'm going to drag it outside. Okay, I'm going to drag it outside. So what happened? So there is no relation between this end of the lines to another ends. So it is in every line is an individual line without any relation. Okay, so this is what happens when we are neglect the maintaining relations. Okay, so that's why I'm once again repeating. So make sure that you are activated these four options. So one is maintain relations, and the second one is relation handles, and the third one is relationship colors, and fourth one is alignment indicator. Okay, so make sure that these four options, whenever you are going to draw in a new sheet, so draw anything, so make sure that these four options, in the relation top right side, so here these two, and in the internal sketch in the below the bulb symbol, so these two, so both the four should be inactive. Okay, so now I'm going to erase all these things. Okay, so now I have activated maintain relationship. I'm going to select a line. So once again I'm going to draw my sketch without any dimensions. So after drawing the sketch, I'm going to give my dimensions. So now select the circles also. Okay, so now it is completely, the image is completely drawn. Okay, whatever the image, overall image is drawn, but it doesn't have any dimensions. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give all the dimensions. So 5.5, 4.25. So I'm going to start my relay dimensions. 5.5. See, whenever I'm going to give the dimension, it will automatically change the color. Okay, complete constraint color. 4.25. Okay, so now it is completed. Next one, this one. It has some 2 mm. So click on this dimension to change. It is 2 mm. Okay. So now it is outer profile is completely finished, and the entire each and every individual line is turned back in black color. Okay. So what is the remaining? These 3 circles are there. Again, click on smart dimensions. So I'm going to give the diameter 1 mm, and this one also in 1 mm. This outer one is 1.5. Now 2 mm. And next we need to do fix the position of this particular circles, center points. So from this horizontal, this is 1 mm, and from this vertical, for selecting the center point, just move your cursor to circle. So it will directly highlight in the plus symbol. 2.5. See, after giving its reference point element, fixing this position, this circle also completely constrained. So next, finally, we need to give this for these concentric circles. We need to give 3 and 1.5. So from this end to, see, blue color highlighted here to here, 3, and from this end here, 1.5. Okay. So now each and every single object is completely constrained. Okay, like this we are going to apply relations and constraint dimensions for improving our object. Okay, are you able to understand, sir, ma'am? Is everything clear up to this exercise?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ye- yes,
Yeah,
madam.
yeah, thank you so much for your response. So previously we have explained up to this chamfer and fillet. Okay, so I'm going to start tools with this split and remaining tools in the 2D. So I'm going to draw them in here itself. So click on fit, Control H. Control H is a shortkey for maintaining our sketch. For example, we are in 2D, but by mistakenly I have rotated my object to somewhere. Okay, this is the plane we are going to draw, but in this entire 3D view cube I have turned it to some other angle. Okay, in that case, either in the status bar itself we have option called view orientation. Okay, either we can click on this sketch view, or else we can directly go for click on control plus H. Okay, so by making click on that one, so whatever the sketch we are in, it will directly fit to our complete view to sketch view. Okay, so now I'm going to continue with the remaining tools. Here, split is nothing but we are going to split any element into 2 halves. Okay, so for example, this line. Okay, this line is completely a single line we have drawn. So what I'm going to do, so in the split also, split is there and extend to next, 2 options are there. So I'm going to apply split first. So for example, I'm going to this is the element I'm going to split. So up to here. Okay, so this is the point I'm going to split. Okay, see, now we have two elements. For example, see, when I am moving cursor, so this is one element and this is another element. Likewise, we can split any object into two objects. Okay, so now I have completely split it. I am removing this element. Okay, so I remove the other element after splitting. For example, I don't want to again I'm not going to draw the line in the removed element. Okay, so what I can do, I can do extend. Okay, in the split itself we have other option called extend to next. Okay, we have reference. Okay, up to where I need to extend, we have reference of 4 mm line here, so I'm going to extend this line to up to here. If we don't have any reference line, it is not going to extend. Okay, we must and should need a extension line. Okay, now see, only the single line. Previously what happened, we have completely split the line, we have removed the other portion, and without making it an attachment of two lines, we are going to make the single line to extend up to the end point here. Okay, like this we can extend line in any direction along the direction in previous line existence. For example, I'm going to draw a line here. Okay, okay, I need to extend this line, okay, up to this line. Okay, so go for extend. So here, this is the line. Okay, the line orientation angle will be followed without changing its alignment. Okay, so like this it will extend to next reference line. Okay, so this is the extend to next one, trim element. Okay, trim element is nothing but we can trim any element which we don't need it. For example, this is the element we don't need it, or this is the element we don't need it. Okay, directly we can directly select its individual elements to trim. See, I have trimmed these two elements. Okay, whatever the unnecessary element we want to remove, we can directly remove by using trim. And next one is trim corner is there. Okay, trim corner. For example, this is a corner, only this line and this corner is required, and this unnecessary corner is uh, I don't want it, so I'm going to remove the corner. So trim corner, but select this first element and second element. Whatever the elements, two intersecting elements you are going to select, only those two will be kept. Removing all the unnecessary extension lines. Okay, see, so I'm going to select this line and this line. What happened? The extension line will be, unnecessary line will be removed. Like this, corners, whatever the corners we are going to trim down, so we can trim the corner. Next one, offset. Okay, so here in the offset is also we have symmetric offset. Okay, normal offset, symmetric offset. I will explain both. So first I'm going to select the offset. Okay, I have single line in here, or else I have one circle in here. So for drawing these two circles in a concentric manner, what we have done, we have drawn two circles. Okay, two individual circles with same center point. But for making this one, we can directly, without taking another circle, so we can directly take a normal circle here, select the circle, and whatever the distance we need to offset. So in between here to here, 0.5 is the offset. Okay, we need to give the distance 0.5. Okay, enter. See, it is asking either outside or inside. We need the circle in outside. Okay, so click on the outside. What happened? A circle with 0.5 mm offset is completely formed. So we can continue the same offset. See, whatever the n number of offsets we can do. Okay, until we exit from the sketch. Okay, we have exit from the offset. Okay, next one, I'm going to remove some circles. Okay, so next one, symmetric offset is there. Symmetric offset is very useful. Okay, for example, we need to draw. See, these are the options for symmetric offset. Okay, it is taking a width, radius, everything here. Okay, so this width is nothing but distance between. For example, I'm going to show you. Okay, so for example, we need to make a symmetric. Okay, so this is the line we are going to make offset with symmetric offset. Okay, so it is in, remove this. I will move this so that you are able to see. Just so Control H for our normal view. Okay, so now you are able to see. So I'm once again going for symmetric offset. So this is the line we are going to offset in symmetrically both sides. Okay, if you are going to select a normal offset, what is it is going to do? Either only in one direction it is going to show. Okay, so either in upward direction or downward direction. So I don't want in one direction, but I want in both directions. So we are going to use symmetric offset. So now what is the width? Okay, width between original one to the offsetted one. So it is showing that 12.7. It is more than what we required. So I am going to show 2 mm. Okay, so or else make it as a 5 mm. Okay, width is 5 mm and it is showing the radius. Okay, it is showing the radius of 6.35. Okay, I will explain this next later. So next cap type it is showing. So cap is lined or arc or offset. Okay, so these three kinds of there. So first I'm making it in a line form, or else we don't want any cap also, no problem. Okay, wait a minute. Not this one. Symmetric offset. So here with line I am going to take, click on OK. So this is the line we are going to apply. Right click. See, this is the original line and this is the caps it is formed. So here in the option I am going to change its radius. Okay, width also I am going to change. So 5 mm is too high. I am going to make it as a 2 mm. Okay, next. Wait. Okay, so I'm going to change it to symmetric offset. So width 2 mm and the radius is I'm going to give 0 mm radius. Okay, I don't want I don't want to form any fillets. Click on OK. So this is the element. Right click. See. So it still has cap radius here. So cap fillet radius is 1.27. I don't want this cap radius also. Okay, I'm going to decrease this length also 1 mm, width 1 mm. So now click on OK. So directly select this line now once again. So what happens? So I will clear everything. I'm going to draw some lines. for more clear understanding. Okay, I have drawn 4 individual lines. So I will apply one by one. So I have changed my radius to 0 and I am giving cap as line cap. Okay, so here directly click on OK. So this is the line I am going to give. Okay, so what happened? The same line will be offsetted symmetrically with line as a cap. Okay, so now I'm going to change. So I want to apply some radius. Here 0.5 as my radius. I'm going to click on OK. So I'm going to apply the same line. Okay, so it is not showing. Let's see. It is not applied. So I will see. I will change it. Okay, so here we have given the radius but turning off the option, symmetric option. Here we are going to give arc. Okay, so I have given arc. Click on OK. And arc also, up to this edge we will get the arc. See, so the end point of the line will be touching to the arc midpoint. Okay, like this we will get our cap as arc. Okay, next one. So for example, we want to offset the arc without interpreting the line. We are going to offset the arc. Click on offset, click on OK. So here click on the offset original line. So without disturbing anything, the original line will be there and the original line endpoint will be the center point of the next arc. Okay, so like this we can form the cap. And also for example, we are going to make a line cap. Okay, so while we are going to make a line cap, so we need with the, see, I'm going to make it as a 5 mm radius, sorry, width as 5 mm. So previously what happened, so each and every corner is of sharp edge. So instead of sharp edge, I need to fillet it. Okay, cap fillet radius. So I'm going to make it as a 0.5 mm. So this is the line. Click on OK. So this is the line. We are going to apply the symmetric cap fill. See, see, each and every corner is applied with the radius of 0.5 mm, cap fillet radius. Okay, like this we can apply symmetrical offset. Okay, next one, move option, move or rotate. Okay, for example, we are going to move any object. So this is the object I am going to move. So next here it is asking whether you are going to move the original object or you are going to form a duplicate. Okay, so the first one I am going to move the original here to here. Okay, I have completely moved my original. But next one I am going to form my duplicates. So this is the object. I'm going to here move copy is there, so I'm going to form my duplicates. So this is as my center point. So how many objects we are needed? So it is, I can directly take my distance from one object to another object. For example, I'm going to give 10 mm. Okay, this step means if for every 10 mm it will show. See, so from here to here 10 mm, next 10 mm, next, for every 10 mm in incremental manner it will indicate us. Okay, see, in this direction also. Okay, like this we can use the step, or else in the upward direction also. For every 10 mm it will indicate our moving. Okay, so I'm going to click on this one, here, like this. Okay, so like this we can move or copy at the same time. Okay, next one, rotation is there. Okay, so previously we have rotated the object. So sorry, previously we have moved the object. So now we can rotate the object also. So for example, this is my object, or else this one I am going to rotate. Here, click on the rotate. So it is, I am going to select all this entire object. So here I am going to rotate, apply the rotate copy for every 30 degrees. Okay, so for every 30 degrees, I'm from this as this end point as my center point. So I'm going to apply. Okay, see, so here angle is there, position is there. Step we have given 30 degrees. So for every 30 it will indicate. See, this is the 30 degrees here, and next 60, next one 90, next one 45, not 45, 120. Okay, like this for every 30 degrees we can rotate the object. Okay, so like this we are going to apply move command as well as the rotate command. Next, so here we have mirror, scale, stretch. Okay, so let's see when we are going to apply the mirror. For example, undo this rotation. Okay, so for mirroring we need a reference line. I'm drawing it in here. Okay, so remember I'm drawing this line in a inclined manner. Okay, this line is in minus 92.7 degrees. So I'm going to make it in a 90 degrees. Okay, so here is a reference line. Okay, so after making it a vertical one, so I'm going to apply my mirror. So click on the mirror. So this is the object I'm going to apply mirror. Okay, so when we are going to apply a mirror, we can directly mirror the original object. Okay, so turn off this copy. Okay, when we turn off this copy, you can directly see this previously. Okay, I will make the reference as z direction so that you will be able to clearly see the object. Okay, see, this is the element I am going to select. Select the mirror, or else both select all these two elements. Okay, now I am making the z axis as my reference. Okay, so now I have turned off my copy object. So what happens? Original object will be mirrored to right side. Okay, na? Or else, for example, I don't want to erase my original, so I want my copy as my mirroring. So select these objects and this z-axis as my reference. So, okay, wait. So we need to activate the copy. Before doing that, we need to activate the copy so that the original won't be changing. Okay, see, original is in here and the copy is formed in these lines. Like this, we can either copy or we can directly mirror the original object. Next one, so scaling. This scaling also very important. So for example, we have this object. Okay, it is very small. I want to make it in a large scale. So click on the scale. So here it is showing that step. So we don't want any step because I'm going to give direct scale ratio. Okay. So this is the object, or else I'm going to draw a new one. Okay. So here I'm drawing this rectangle. Okay, after drawing this rectangle, I'm going to apply the scaling for this one. Okay, so directly select entire rectangle. So scale 1:1 is there. I'm going to change the scale ratio to, I'm going to increase it by 5 times. Okay, so it is asking the reference. Okay, so I want my, see, I'm taking the reference as my rectangle center point. Okay, so from the center point, I'm taking it as a, okay, so 5 times it is increasing. So if you, in the scaling also we have scale copy is there. Okay, so I'm undoing it. So again go for the scale. So select all the elements, and so I'm going to make a copy of my scale. Okay, instead of changing my scale ratio to original one, I'm going to apply a copy. So again I'm going to give scale factor as 3, enter. So center point I'm going to do. So this one, just track the alignment. So you're able to see. So here, when I'm going to drag from the center, see a red color dotted line will be there. That is the alignment indicator. So we have activated in here now. So when it is activated, it is very easy to track the middle point. Okay, from here to here. See, this is the middle point. So select in here. Okay, so now I have scaled my object. Okay, next one. So stretching. Stretching is nothing but we are going to drag any corner. For example, this is the corner I'm going to stretch. Okay, so like this we can stretch any element to any individual angle. See, okay, this is stretching. But without any, for example, you are going to apply the stretching here because you have a relation, connectivity relation. See, it is not going to apply stretching. Okay, in any object, if you want to select a stretching, so make sure that when you are going to apply individual in, see, when you are going to select, don't select individually. Okay, see, if you it won't select. Okay, just click on the side, directly drag it to downwards. Whatever the corner you are going to apply the stretch, like you need to apply the selection like this. Okay, if you are going to select the directly lines, it is not going to select first stretching. Okay, so now you can apply stretching to any corner. Okay, so this is the stretching. So up to here, any doubt? Please respond up to here. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. If you are unable to understand any tool which I have explained, so you can ask me. Okay, let's stop our class session up to here.